Welcome to the C&J podcast, the pilot episode. I am co-host Mr. J. That is co-host Mr. C.
Mr. C.
What is up, Mr. C? We finally did it, bro.
We've been talking about this for a while.
Bro.
Finally did it.
And we finally set up the camera, got the mics, sitting in front of the camera, and recording the podcast.
Yes.
Tell the people what this is all about.
Well, sports, basically.
Yeah.
So if you like sports, this is the podcast for you. If you like two dumbasses, this is
this
the
is
podcast for you.
This is the podcast for you. I mean, we'll get a little drama in there. Like, for example, our first segment or our first topic of the podcast, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. We're getting straight into it.
Yeah, talk about two superstars.
Superstars, bro. You got Travis Kelce, a two-time Super Bowl champion, and then you got Taylor Swift, you know, who knows how many Grammys she has and how many she'll end up having.
Not the person to ask.
Yeah, me neither. But, you know, it's just crazy to me how Travis Kelce is this big, you know what I'm saying, superstar football player, one of the best football players in the NFL.
Right, Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer, for sure.
Even I know that.
And Taylor Swift comes in, and now millions of people, or millions more people, I should say, know who Travis Kelce is. Like, how do you feel about that, honestly?
I think it's unfair for people that have never watched football before to say that Taylor Swift put him on the map because he is a football player. I'm not here to hate on Taylor Swift, but I just feel like that's a little bit unfair.
Yeah, just a tad.
Because you never watched football. Like, everybody who watches football knows Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
That's just my thoughts on it.
And then, like, you barely even watch the NFL, so, like, and you still know who Travis Kelce is. You know what I'm saying?
I've been on Travis Kelce.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that hard to know who Travis Kelce is.
If you watch the Super Bowl, you know who Travis Kelce is.
If you know Patrick Mahomes,
you know who Travis Kelce is. That's his right-hand man.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And I'm taking nothing away from Taylor Swift. Nothing away. She's a great person. I think she's an amazing singer, my opinion. I think she's one of the top singers.
We about to get into something.
I just, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, you remember those chants we did at the basketball games?
Yeah.
Or no, we didn't do them, actually.
What are you talking about?
Other teams did. Ready? You ready?
I don't know if I am.
Overrated.
Oh my God.
Overrated. That's how I feel,
bro. Taylor Swift is not overrated to me. Like, she's been good, you know, from the beginning. Like,
that's fair. Like, the fame, you can't take that away from her.
No.
Like, she got hits.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
I mean, like, if a Taylor Swift comes on in the car, are you turning it off?
Maybe.
Let's be for real. Like, if a Taylor Swift, like, I'm trying to think of a song.
I'd rather listen to Katy Perry.
That's a wild take. That's a wild take.
Hey, California Girls, that's my song. That's my song. Never skip that.
I mean, okay, you can't go wrong with California.
Okay, what's Taylor Swift's best song? He can't even name one.
What's that song? Bad Blood? Is it
Bad Blood?
Bad Blood or I Knew You Were Trouble? Something like that?
I saw. Speaking of I Knew You Were Trouble, I saw a fake tweet, and it was photoshopped of Taylor Swift's Twitter account. I don't even know if she has Twitter.
Probably.
But it said, Travis Kelce, we are never getting back together. What the hell?
What? I mean, I see
already.
I mean, all the memes say, like, you know, her and Travis Kelce are gonna break up, and then there's gonna be a breakup song.
If there's a breakup album for Travis Kelce,
I'm gonna lose it.
Oh, for sure.
I'm gonna lose it. I might unfollow Taylor Swift on Instagram.
Taylor Swift, you better watch out.
I might follow.
You're gonna hurt millions of football fans.
I mean, she doesn't even follow Travis Kelce on Instagram.
Are you for real?
She follows 0 people. She's one of those.
Oh. She thinks she
Yeah. 200
Let me not say this.
272 million followers.
That's wild.
And she follows
0 people.
0 people.
You can't even follow your own boyfriend. That's crazy.
Well, allegedly. But she went all the way to New York and watched their game last night.
They're together. Let's be real.
But speaking of flying to New York and playing football, our first sports topic,
yes,
the picks, or excuse me, the MVP race. It's getting cooking, Mr. C, in the NFL. We're already coming on to week 5. Yeah. So I want to hear what you have so far as far as MVP race. Who do you have? Your top. Let's hear your top 4.
I got 5 for you.
5?
I'm gonna hear 5.
I can do 5.
Now,
start from 5 and go to 1.
yeah, that's what I was gonna do. But disclaimer, I do not watch the NFL. I did watch the Chiefs versus Jets game though, because I was bored.
Zach
and
Wilson.
Nothing better to do. Zach Wilson, exactly. Anyway, number 5, Micah Parsons.
Mike, oh my goodness!
I love that because you'll find a theme for my list going into next episodes. I don't just have all QBs in my list at all. I love when running backs get involved. I love when receivers get involved with the race. I love when defense gets involved. Defense is my thing. Micah Parsons, in my opinion, is the best defender in football right now.
Hot take.
If not top 3.
Oh, for sure, top 3. He's probably 2.
Who do you think is better than him?
Nick Bosa is better than him.
He knows better than me. Anyway. Micah Parsons at number 5. I mean, every play, he's just living in the backfield.
That's a fact.
Yeah, he's my 5. 4, Tyreek Hill.
Wow.
Again, with the 9 QBs, I will say the next 3 are QBs, so you don't have to worry about that.
So Tyreek Hill is there, but not Justin Jefferson?
Are they winning games?
That doesn't mean anything. It's a player. It's a individual award.
If they start winning games, he'll definitely be up here. But you got to win for me to have you in the MVP race. And what are they? 1 and 2, or 1 and 3?
They're 1 and 3.
Yeah, you're not winning games, so I mean it's not his fault, but still, like, imagine you go like 7 and 10 and you win the MVP.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I
don't feel like that's not fair to people that are winning games and looking good doing it. Tyreek Hill, he's making Tua look real good.
Real good.
That's all I'm gonna say on that. Number 3 is Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
I mean, Sneak is unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
He can throw that thing. I was wrong about him coming out of college. I didn't think he was going to be very good.
I mean, his first year, he was high garbage.
Yeah.
He was high garbage.
It came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I don't have any stats here. I didn't get that far in the notes. Number 2, Patrick Mahomes. I would have him 1, but he threw like 3 picks yesterday.
I think 2 or 3.
2 or 3?
2 or 3.
You can't be doing that. Sunday night. Mahomes, though, he'll get it together.
He'll get it done.
He'll probably end up at 1 at the end of the season.
Yeah, most likely.
He's incredible. But number 1, Tua.
Okay.
70 points on the Broncos? What are y'all doing out there? I don't know who's worse. Is it Denver or is it the Colorado Buffaloes?
Okay.
They're running Deion's. That's a discussion we need to have. 70 points?
Yeah.
I mean, USC didn't even put 70 on Colorado. And they got a better quarterback maybe than Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson right now.
I mean, can we argue that?
We can argue that. Caleb Williams might be better than Russell Wilson.
I think it's possible. Yeah, Tua is my number 1. Yesterday they didn't look good, but I just couldn't have Mahomes over him after what I saw. But yeah, that's my MVP.
Okay.
Top 5.
Okay. I like the top 5.
Scale of 1 to 10, how bad is it? Like 10 being like absolute garbage, like you never watched a game of football in your life. 1
Oh, and 1 being
perfect.
the best?
Yes. Or, yeah, we can flip that.
Flip
1 being
that.
absolute garbage, never watched a game of football. 10
Wait, say
being
the top 5 again?
5, Michael Parsons. 4, Tyreek Hill. 3, Jalen Hurts. 2, Patrick Mahomes. And number 1, Tua Tagovailoa.
7.
That's solid.
Wait, but you said 10 was garbage.
No, 10, because we flipped it.
Oh,
So 10 is not.
3.
3? Well,
3.
is that bad? You think it's that bad?
I have 2 of your 5 on my list, but I only did top 4.
Damn.
I only did top 4.
Okay.
Here's my top 4.
Okay.
The right top 4, I should say.
Okay.
At number 4, Patrick Mahomes is at number 4. He's 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
He has 1,000 passing yards, 1,006 yards to be exact. 8 touchdowns. Shut up, Siri. But 4 interceptions this year.
Yeah.
That's unlike Mahomes. So far.
I think 3 of them were yesterday. That's insane.
Yeah. I think it was 2. Because another game he threw 2.
Okay.
So, yeah. 4 interceptions. That's not like Patrick Mahomes. But he's still number 4.
Okay.
Number 3, Tua Tagovailoa. The team is 3-1. They did lose to Buffalo yesterday by a lot. They gave up 48 points.
I caught the end of that game. It wasn't pretty.
But he does have 1,306 yards exactly. 9 touchdowns, 3 picks. So about the same ratio as Patrick Mahomes. Or no,
Just a little bit better.
just a little bit. At number 2, this is where you messed up, Mississippi.
Okay.
Christian McCaffrey.
Dude,
The team
I
is
totally
4-0.
forgot about Christian McCaffrey.
The team is 4-0. He just scored 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, he did.
He just scored 4 touchdowns. He has 459 rushing yards already. That's not even counting his receiving yards.
Yeah, that's insane.
He has 140 receiving yards and 6 total touchdowns.
Damn.
And obviously, at number 1, go Ravens, Lamar Jackson is at number 1. He's 3-1. He has 794 passing yards.
Okay.
4 touchdown passes, 1 pick.
Okay, what has Lamar done that's better than Tua and Mahomes? Hell, even Christian McCaffrey. I know they're different positions, but
Okay, Lamar Jackson has 3 less interceptions than Patrick Mahomes.
okay. He also has
He has the same
4 less touchdowns.
No, but listen, he has 4 rushing touchdowns. So total touchdowns, he has the same total touchdowns.
Okay.
And then, yeah, he has a little less passing yards, but he's been without OBJ, and Bateman's been.
He's gonna be without OBJ. That man is a walking hospital.
Yeah. And then Bateman's been MIA all year. So it's literally just been Zay Flowers, Duvernay, and basically the same team as last year, but Zay Flowers.
Okay. I still think you're hopping around on it a little bit.
I have to go my way.
He's a Ravens fan. Let's just
Big Ravens fan. Big
if
Ravens
you couldn't tell already.
Big Ravens fan. So yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying, but with Tua, but Lamar Jackson. If you put Lamar Jackson on that Miami team,
That is true. If Lamar's on the Dolphins, give him a chip.
if you give Lamar Jackson, Jalen Waddle, and Tyreek Hill,
And Jalen Ramsey's coming back soon.
come on, bro. And then that running game with Raheem Mostert and that what's the other dude's name? I forgot his last name.
Devon Achane.
Yes.
From A&M.
Yes.
If he went stupid.
Stupid. Was it last week? Yeah, against the Broncos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Already. We're moving by fast.
Yes. Season moving by fast.
Mm-hmm.
So, rate the list. 1 being the best, 10 being, or was it 10 being the best? Or,
Yeah,
okay, 10 being the best, 1 word.
I'll give it like 7.
7? Solid.
I like your reasoning, especially with McCaffrey.
Yes.
I don't know why. I just didn't even think to put him.
49ers are good.
They are.
They're stacked.
I don't know. Just forgot.
Hey, it is what it is.
But having Lamar at 1, I don't know. It just kind of threw me off.
It just tabbed it. I mean, Lamar Jackson is going to be probably my number 1 to the end of the year. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's just Lamar.
All right.
So, After now that we got the MVP watch out of the way, we're coming into week 5. It's time for weekly picks.
All right. Yeah, and I don't have these written down, so you're gonna have to.
Okay.
I carry this one right here.
I definitely got it written down. First, we got Bears Commanders.
Who wants to watch that game? If you're watching that game, oh my, what's wrong with you? You poor soul.
It will be in Washington. The Commanders are 2-2. Bears are 0-4.
Who's the Commanders quarterback? Sam Howell. Give me the Commanders. I saw a throw from Sam Howell on Instagram the other day. It's beautiful.
I like it. So I also have the Commanders. So we are going to be keeping tabs of who gets the most right. So
we're gonna keep college and professional separate.
Yes.
These.
So we are keeping tabs on who gets what right, and who has a better record at the end of the week. So that means it's up to the viewers to leave down in the comment section the punishment for whoever gets last.
Blaine Ahmad, you're not included.
Yes, you know who you are. You're not included in the punishment
included.
You're not
because you are gonna find the most horrific things to do to us.
And then we're gonna stay here. That's the crazy.
Exactly. We will find you.
We will find you.
As a matter of fact, we don't even have to. We just have to drive.
Yeah. We do have licenses. we do have licenses. Next game we have Ravens at Steelers. Ravens
rivalry game.
Yes, Ravens at 3-1. Steelers at I believe 2-2.
Okay. Man, TJ Watt. I like TJ Watt a lot.
In Pittsburgh.
That defense is scary. Ooh, in Pittsburgh.
Kenny Pickett.
That is true. Kenny Pickett's a hot garbage.
But the Ravens did just hold the Cleveland Browns at 3 points.
I mean, this one's gonna be close. I feel like. What time is it? The game.
1.
At 1. In Pittsburgh. I'm sorry to do this to you, Mr. Jack. Give me Pittsburgh just because it's in Pittsburgh, and that defense is insane, and it's a rivalry game. If it wasn't a rivalry game, give me the Ravens all day. But
I see what you're saying, but you may not believe this, but like Browns defense this year is 1 in the NFL.
Really?
Yes, through the first 3 games. Through the first.
You're right, too, right?
Yep. And we handled it.
Was it in the Browns?
Yes, it was in Cleveland.
That's a different story than
28-3.
I'm gonna stick with my prediction.
Okay.
You'll get a chance later in the year. You're definitely whooping in Baltimore.
I got you. So, see you Steelers. And then obviously, I'm going with the Ravens.
Clearly.
Nobody's stopping Lamar Jackson. He's running the ball effectively this year.
Man, we both got allergies today.
Oh, it's insane. I was sniffling up a storm this morning.
This is off topic, but I woke up today. I was on my phone for a little bit, just waking myself up, and I had to go pee. I get up, and on the walk to the bathroom, every joint in my body cracks.
He is the oldest person.
I'm the oldest 19-year-old.
He's the oldest.
It sounded like I was walking on peanut shells. Me and our boy Jared are just the oldest 19-year-olds you ever find.
Yes. It's insane to me how early they go to bed. Like,
I don't go to bed that early.
I mean,
I guess early for my age, but
11's kind of early.
Yeah, but I gotta work at like 7 in the morning.
That's true. And
I can't survive off of less than 8 hours of sleep.
Understandable.
7. We'll give it 7.
Especially at that job you be working at.
Just early.
Yeah. Back on topic. Back to the NFL picks. We got Jags, Bills in Buffalo. I think this is going to be a very good game.
Man, those of you who don't know me, I always root for the Jags. Back when they had Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey is my favorite player. So back when they had Jalen Ramsey, I was a Jags fan. Of course, he got traded. And I've still kind of been a Jags fan. So, I'm sorry, Josh Allen. I gotta pick the Jags. Wow. It could happen. They're both good teams. It's in Buffalo, though. I think it'll be a great game. Is it national televised?
I don't know yet.
Okay. If it's
you wouldn't know.
If it's after I get off, I'm gonna watch that game for sure.
For sure. I picked the Bills.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
You know, just because they just handled one of the best offenses.
Miami.
But then again, Tre'Davious White may have torn his ACL.
They said ruptured Achilles. I saw that.
Or Achilles on that. Ruptured. Okay. So he'll only be out for a few weeks.
Calvin Ridley. I like Calvin Ridley. I like their receivers, the Jags.
I like Trevor Lawrence a lot.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. But I just don't think they're going to go into Buffalo and beat Buffalo.
That's fair enough. It's absolutely fair. You can see it going either way, though.
Yeah, for sure. Next, we have my rookie of the year this year, C.J. Stroud. And the Texans headed to Atlanta to face Drake London, Bijan Robinson, and the Atlanta Falcons. In Atlanta. The Falcons coming off of a tough 23-7 loss to the Jags.
Yeah. In
London. Desmond Ridder looks like hot garbage.
I mean, yeah, he's not that good.
He's not that good.
I mean, he's young. He can get it together, but I don't know if it's gonna happen.
If I'm the Falcons, I'm drafting Shedeur Sanders. If he declares for the draft, I'm drafting Shedeur Sanders.
Hey, who knows? Maybe somebody better is gonna be up there.
Yeah, maybe Michael.
If they lose no games.
Yeah. I mean,
man. You see the score at the bottom of the screen. We got TV going on right here. 30-3, I think it was. 30-7, something like that. Texans just beat the Steelers.
Yeah.
Give me the Texans.
The Texans.
CJ Stroud looks real good.
In Atlanta.
Yeah, in Atlanta.
Another disagreement with C. I got Atlanta.
I like Tank Dell too, that receiver.
Yeah, Tank Dell.
Yes. The rookie, right?
Yes.
For sure.
You went to a JUCO before.
And they got some TCU boys. I'm a TCU fan.
Huge TCU fan.
Yeah, huge. Jerry Hughes on the defensive line, also on the defensive line. What's his name?
Oh, Will Anderson?
No. TCU guy.
Oh.
He didn't really put up stats last year, but he was always sort of in the backfield. He made a sack yesterday, I think. I can't remember his name though. Anyway, give me the Houstons.
I hope you're right, Mr. C. I really do. But then again, I don't. So I kind of want the Falcons to win. But hey,
Atlanta boy.
Yes, born and raised. Next, we have trash game. Titans Colts in Indianapolis.
Man.
Colts.
Man, who would have known? Who would have saw Anthony Richardson coming?
Facts.
He was terrible. I had no clue why he was even getting considered, even getting picked at all.
Facts.
He sucked at Florida. Anybody that watched football at all could have seen that. And he actually looks somewhat like a QB this year.
Yeah. Or running back. He's running the ball in a lot.
But he's definitely
doing the job.
Yes.
He's definitely doing the job.
Who are they playing? Tennessee?
Ryan Tannehill has been hot garbage.
What a mid-off.
I truly believe Ryan Tannehill has 1 or 2 touchdown passes this whole year.
Give me the Colts.
We agree on that one.
He said the defense is good. I don't know anything about those two teams.
Defense was good. They played Baltimore. Their kicker set like a record. He made like 40, 50-plus field goals in that game. And they won in overtime.
4 different?
4 50-plus field goals. 50-yard goals. So.
Against Justin Tucker, too. That's wild.
Yep. And Tucker missed a 60-yarder that game. Came up short. That would have won the game.
Called him his bitch. Damn.
But hey, it is what it is. Justin Tucker's still the best kicker in NFL history.
Facts.
History. So we both agree with the Colts winning that game. So I'm gonna go ahead and write that down. Just so we, like I said, we can keep track on who got what. Next we have another mid-off. The Saints versus the Patriots in New England. Saints just coming off of a 26-9 loss against Tampa Bay.
I don't even know who's on the Saints anymore.
Derek Carr.
Oh, that's right.
Kendra Miller.
Kendra is on. Ooh.
I believe Kamara's coming back
this week.
Yeah, so week.
You know if Kendra is gonna be backing him up or is he gonna be out the rotation?
I believe he'll be in there because Jamal Williams is out.
Awesome.
So
shout out to Kendra. He won us some games last year, TCU. I gotta go with the Saints then.
The Saints.
Kendra, I love Kendra.
Yeah.
That's my reason. That's my whole reason. Fight me.
And then we got the Patriots who just only scored 3 points against Dallas, but Dallas defense.
Yeah, that was terrible.
But Dallas defense is stacked.
They are.
I hate Dallas, but
okay. So the Dallas Cowboys offense to me is the Dallas Cowgirls,
yes.
And then the defense is the Dallas Cowman.
To all you Cowboy fans out there, Dak Prescott is not.
He's not your QB.
He's not good. Your defense is carrying you. Tony Pollard is carrying you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's get that straight. All right.
And so you'll lose in the playoffs again.
And now you got to face the 49ers this upcoming week.
They do?
Yes. In San Francisco.
Oh, they're going to lose.
That's going to be one heck of a game.
They always do this. They beat up on the bad teams. And then they did play the good teams.
I mean, look who they played to start the year.
The
Giants. The Cardinals, who they lost to.
Uh-huh.
The Jets.
How you lose to Joshua Dobbs?
Joshua Dobbs.
The bald legend himself.
What the actual heck is that?
Shout out to Jimmy Butler.
Shout out Jimmy Butler, man.
He's one funny guy.
What an emo.
If you're anywhere on Instagram right now, you know what we're talking about.
Speaking of Instagram, go follow our Instagram,
mm-hmm.
the C&J Podcast.
Yes.
Go follow the Instagram. You know, you'll see some
snippets.
Some snippets. Funny moments on there.
Yes.
Speaking of snippets, oh my goodness! Make sure y'all tune in to First Take also. The Young and Watch.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored, but tune in. Stephen A is my guy. I love Stephen A. So we both agree that the Saints will beat Patriots.
Cool.
So another one that we definitely agree on.
The TikTok man himself is on the Patriots. Gotta go against that. Juju.
I already seen a Juju TikTok in who knows how long.
Fair enough. I'm just a hater.
Understandable. Nothing wrong with it. He hasn't really done much.
Yeah.
Next we have Panthers Lions in Detroit.
Give me the Lions. That offense, nice.
Yes, very nice. I also have the Lions. Not much to say. Panthers are not good. 0-4.
Bryce Young's
been hurt too.
Oh really?
So yeah. So next we have an easy one. Giants Dolphins in Miami.
Give it the Dolphins.
I'm not sure why you even thought about it, but
I did it. I just looked at the camera.
We agree with that one.
Shout out to Saquon though. Get him out of New York.
Facts. It doesn't seem like he really wants to leave though, but it is what it is.
Damn shame.
We're gonna skip ahead a little bit.
Okay.
To the bigger game, Chiefs Vikings in Minnesota.
How many losses did the Chiefs have?
So I believe they are 2-2. No,
is this prime time?
they're 4-1. Or yeah, they're 4-1.
Okay. Is this a prime time game?
Most likely.
I want to go with the Vikings because I love the Vikings. I like to watch them.
Justin Jefferson is my second favorite player.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson's real fun to watch. But I can't pick against Mahomes right now. Against that defense.
Yeah.
I like Hurt too. He's funny.
Definitely funny guy.
Uh-huh.
Watching that quarterback documentary definitely changed
both QBs were on it actually.
Yeah, well, it's changed my opinion of Kirk Cousins a lot.
I've been like Kirk Cousins, so that changed nothing for me. Just more respect for him. But give me the Chiefs. Can't pick against that.
That's where we disagree, Mrs. Z.
You got the Vikings.
I picked the Vikings.
I love it.
I picked the Vikings.
Big Kirko, dripping like this.
So you picked the Chiefs or the Vikings?
I picked the Chiefs.
Chiefs. Right.
I like your pick though.
So we disagreed on that. Gotta love it.
We're gonna have a clear winner. I feel.
Yeah, 100%. Either somebody's gonna be completely off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then finally we have Cowboys 49ers in San Francisco. 3-1 versus 4-0.
Cowboy man, don't be mad. I mean, you gotta be used to it at this point, right? You're just playing. They're better than you at damn near every position.
Yeah.
Some positions you're even on, like Michael Parsons, Nick Bosa.
Well, Michael Parsons is a linebacker, so Michael Parsons
but they get the same role basically.
Yeah.
Give me the Niners.
Niners.
To roll.
Niners. For sure. I mean, Michael Parsons is an elite defender.
Mm-hmm.
Elite defender.
State boy.
Yes.
Shout out to him.
But I just don't see anybody beating San Francisco.
No, not right now.
Christian McCaffrey. They have too many weapons.
They do.
Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel.
You got a running back playing receiver and a receiver playing running back.
Yeah.
At times.
Yeah.
How do you guard that? You don't.
Yeah.
You can't.
And I think George Kittle's 1B.
George Kittle too.
Tight end in football. He doesn't need the ball as much because, you know, everybody else
to.
Yeah, he doesn't need to.
His impact is definitely felt.
Yeah. You can't leave him open.
You can't.
And then Brock Purdy is nothing to play with.
Brandon Ayuk too.
Yeah.
Solid.
And now looking back at it, Brock Purdy has been that guy since Iowa State.
Yeah.
He's been that guy.
I didn't see this coming, but
won the Fiesta Bowl. He's been that guy.
Here's actually how far he came. One year, I'm gonna keep coming back to TCU. Just get used to it. This was during COVID, actually, too. The Rona. And it was at home, TCU. It's a really close game. They're up by like 2 scores. They get the ball. You know, I'm yelling at the TV as usual. And it's 3rd down, I believe. Brock Purdy drops back the pass. He's in trouble. He gets like sacked, but he's not down yet. He throws it. It goes horizontally. He's like one of those guys that he's going to throw it last second. So he's like on his back midair. He throws it away to nobody except a TCU defender that was guarding the air. That was the luckiest pick six I've ever seen. And now he's playing for the 49ers.
Mr. Irrelevant, too.
Mm-hmm. Last pick. And he might get himself a Super Bowl this year. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I pray he does. No. I pray the Ravens do. I mean, if they don't play the Ravens, I'm cheering for the 49ers. My mom is a huge 49ers fan.
Mm-hmm.
My dad is a huge Falcons fan. But yeah, for sure. I mean, they honestly would have made it last year if they didn't get hurt. If Purdy didn't get hurt, and then
Maybe.
Josh Johnson got hurt, so they had no QB.
Yeah,
so
actually had no QB.
I mean, to all you Eagles fans out there, congratulations for making the Super Bowl and losing. But let's be for real. If Brock Purdy played that game, you would have lost. But, you know, that's last year. What are you talking about last year? It is what it is. So we agree that 49ers will beat Dallas Cowboys.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure.
For sure. And then the last game we have, prime time, I believe the Monday night game, Packers-Raiders in Las Vegas.
Give me the Packers.
For the Cheeseheads.
Isn't Garoppolo hurt?
Yes.
Yeah, give me the Packers.
But he only had a concussion, so he might be back next week.
So, give me the Packers. Jordan Love actually looks like a QB this year.
Yep. Aaron Rodgers definitely. Aaron Rodgers should definitely consider being a quarterback coach in his future. I mean, Look what he did with Jordan Love, and now look what he's doing with Zach Wilson.
This is true.
So, I mean,
he's made 2 QBs that look like they didn't know what they're doing out there. Look like,
especially Zach Wilson.
Yeah, especially Zach Wilson. He was garbage.
It was garbage. So we agree with going with the cheese heads.
Yes.
And with that, we are wrapping up NFL segments.
We'll take a little break.
We can take a little break.
We'll be back.
We'll be right back.
All right, we're back. I got something for y'all. I don't think anybody has done this before. I could be wrong, but People have definitely done drafts before. That's what we're gonna do right here. But we're gonna do a mascot draft.
Yes, we
Go
are.
host, Jay.
Yes, we are. Mascot draft. I've never done this before. I think it'll be fun. So, Ms. C, why don't you tell the people how this works?
So we both got some mascots written down, and I'm gonna let co-host Jay have the first pick, and we're gonna go. We each get 5 picks.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna pick. I'm gonna pick. He's gonna pick. I'm gonna pick. And so on.
Okay.
And then y'all will decide who won the draft.
All right. I like it. So, with my first pick, I'm gonna go with Harry the Hawk from the Atlanta Hawks.
Harry the Hawk at number 1.
Yep. He's such a versatile type of mascot. I grew up watching him, and I was very scared of him when I was a little boy. Very
scared of him?
Very scared of the mascot. But, as time went on, I grew to love Harry the Hawk. And, it just reminds me of home. So, number 1 overall.
Wow. Give me the Oregon Duck.
Okay.
I mean, this might be recency bias, but did you see the Colorado game?
Wait,
you know what I'm talking about? When they ran out of the tunnel?
Yes.
And he had a clock and it said prime time. Kicked it down. And he does all those push-ups. I mean, he does everything.
Yeah. True.
Everything.
True.
He might be the most famous mascot there is. At least in college. Definitely.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So, okay. Oregon Ducks, my number 1 pick.
Okay. With my number 2 pick, I'm going Blooper from the Braves.
Okay. Good pick.
He's a funny mascot.
Yes.
He's very funny.
Isn't he the one that picks up his belly and starts?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And if you watch, obviously during the Rona 2020, there was no fans in the stand. But Blooper was there, and he would be running around all over the screen. So I definitely think Blooper is my number 2.
And the highlights: the kids versus mascot.
Yes, carried.
Insane. What a player.
What a player.
Can we say he's the MVP of that league?
I'll give you MVP. Yep.
Yeah. All right. My number 2 pick. Give me Benny the Bull.
Okay.
Have you seen him in the stands of those games? Throwing popcorn at people, pulling stunts.
Yeah.
He even cheats on his girlfriend in public.
On camera.
On camera.
I could never. Bae, I would never.
Benny the Bull, just a funny guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Benny the Bull.
Okay.
Iconic.
All right. At my number 3, give me Jazz Bear, the Utah Jazz.
Good pick.
Another popcorn spiller on people.
Yeah.
Another pick fighter. Looking for fights all the time.
Good pick.
Jazz Bear. Just W. It's a W.
Good mascot.
Yep.
Number 3. Give me the Raptors mascot. Devin Booker. If you're watching, don't be scared. Don't be scared.
We'll get into Devin Booker later.
He's not gonna hurt you. But he.
Pardon me. Receiving a phone call. Carry on.
Tell her we're recording.
It wasn't even her.
Okay. Anyway, it is gonna hurt your free throw percentage this year, though. Yeah, talk about an impact player, man.
Yeah.
I mean, causing players to miss free throws. I mean, that's pretty important. That's my 3. I went back and forth though. My next pick. But what's your pick?
Number 4, we got the Coyote, San Antonio Spurs.
Good pick.
The man caught a bat.
That is true.
He caught a bat.
That is true.
And has a girlfriend. I think the Coyote is definitely a W pick.
Yeah.
Shows up every game. Rain, snow, sleet, shine. He'll be there.
Yeah.
And he'll catch a bat for you.
Yeah. Good pick. Good pick. Solid pick. My number 4. Give me the Florida Gator.
Nice.
I mean,
chomp chomp.
Anyway, not only does he have a girlfriend, he has a wife. I think her name is Alberta, and they be hanging out in the games during the games. Just a solid mascot overall. He's just got that look to him, you know?
Yeah.
He just looks like a, you know, you give the eye test, you know, and you see an NBA player across the street, like, you know, he plays the NBA because he's 7 foot tall.
Yeah.
You see the Florida Gator, you just know he's gonna give your team 50.
Okay, I like it.
Uh-huh.
I like it. All right. My last pick, sleeper pick.
Okay.
Give me the Buc-ee's mascot.
That's a good pick, Mr. J. That's a good pick.
The Buc-ee's mascot is a W pick. I mean, how can you not think about beaver nuggets when you see the Buc-ee's mascot?
People not from where we are aren't gonna know what you're talking about.
But
good pick. It's a good pick. Very good pick.
Buc-ee's is basically it's a big gas station, but like,
think of a gas station that has a lot of gas pumps.
Think of like
the size of a Aldi's, maybe bigger.
Think of a Kroger with gas pumps.
Kroger does have gas pumps,
but like, instead of the parking lot, it's gas pumps.
Yeah, pretty much. And they got space for semis. Basically, when you go on a road trip, you're gonna see about 50 of them.
Yeah.
So,
especially if you're in the TX.
Yes. Now, and my number 5 pick. This one is gonna shock some people.
Oh no!
Give me the Vanderbilt mascot only because we share the same name, Mr. C.
Honestly, I don't even know what the heck the Vanderbilt mascot.
It's a Commodore.
Huh?
It's a Commodore.
Well, I know they're a Commodore, but I don't even know what a Commodore is. I like college baseball.
He's like a captain on the ship, basically.
I
think. Shit, I don't even know. Yeah, we say we have the same name. Vanderbilt sucks at everything except for baseball.
And even then, they didn't do so well last year.
Yeah, but he's got my name, so why not? And that's a mascot draft. Who do you think won?
Let us know down below in the comment section who you think won the mascot draft, Mr. J or Mr. C.
Write it down as co-host J and co-host C.
Yes.
Or co-host C.
Yes. And with that, we're gonna take a break and then head into our next segment, which will be college football.
Yes.
This was Mr. C's.
This is my expertise.
Bread and butter.
I got my copious notes ready. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll be right back. Whole NFL.
Great. We're sorry for that. Whole NFL section. The mics were not. They weren't connected.
Yes.
To the camera.
But we got it fixed.
Yes, we got it fixed.
So
hopefully.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
The last segment was.
We'll figure it out as we go along.
Yes. It's the first episode. Hang with us.
The pilot.
Yes. All right. You want to go first or you want me to go first?
I'll go first since, I don't, I mean, I watch college football.
But not like the NFL.
And not like my co-host, Mr. C over here.
I watch about 4 games at the same time.
Yes. Mr. Z is a diehard college football fan. So, with that being said, we're going to jump right into it. First, we're going to go into our top 25s.
Yeah. This is going to be fun.
It's going to be very fun.
25 teams. It's a lot of teams.
But, I mean, has to be done. Somebody got to do it.
Right.
So,
we're probably better than the people who actually matters. So,
yeah. So, let's get straight into it, shall we? Obviously, at number 1.
Go from 25 to 1.
25 to 1?
Yeah, right, I feel like more dramatic effect,
All right. At 25, we have Louisville.
Okay.
They are, I believe, 5-0.
They are.
So, easy.
Mm-hmm.
24, we have Fresno State.
Okay. Solid.
Now, they are 5-0. Now, like I said, I don't really watch college football, so I may or may not have just went on ESPN and looked at the list, but I didn't copy it. He has
not watched a single Fresno State game in his life.
No. And I mean, I only know Louisville because Lamar Jackson went there. So
fair enough.
So I mean, I looked at ESPN in their top 25, and I did some shuffling myself, looked at some records, looked at some stats.
Yep.
So it might be look a little similar, but a little difference. So Fresno State at 24. Mm-hmm. At 23, we have LSU.
Okay.
I was debating on putting them on the list, but I don't see them losing another game.
I've got some thoughts on LSU. We'll get into that when it comes to my turn, though.
It was an atrocious game against Mississippi.
Awful.
Atrocious.
At least the defense.
Jay, if you're watching, tell him to put you in the game. Hashtag go Jay. Anyways, moving on.
Damien, shut your mouth.
Yes, Damien, shut up. Anyway, at 22, we have Tennessee.
Okay.
Joe Milton. Rocket of an arm.
Yeah, he can throw that thing.
He can sling it. 22. Mm-hmm. 21, we have Missouri.
All right.
They've cracked the top 25. So, yeah, Missouri.
Big win against K-State.
Yeah.
Shocked me.
Shocked the world. At 20, we have Duke.
Good. Nice.
I believe ESPN had Duke over Kentucky. Which leads me to my next pick, Kentucky at 19 instead of 20. I
like it so far.
Kentucky has a tough game coming up against Georgia, but if they can play like Auburn played against Georgia, I believe they can pull out a win. But however, it is in Georgia, so it might be.
It is Georgia. Kirby's gonna have them ready for that game.
Yes. No, can't take any opponent lightly.
We'll get to that later when we get our picks.
At number 18, I have Utah. Solid defense. Offense hasn't really been,
They are missing their quarterback, but it doesn't matter. You play with what you got.
Yeah, I mean, it gets the job done.
Yeah.
So I got them at 18. At 17, I have Oregon State. Beavers, taking care of business.
Big win.
Friday night.
At 16, we have Ole Miss. Just handled LSU in Ole Miss. Very close game. Very wild game.
Yeah, great game.
One for the ages. But good win for Ole Miss. At 15, I have Miami. I mean, I feel like Miami's just a tough place to play at. And they've been taking care of business this year.
Okay.
14, we have UNC.
North Carolina?
Yes. North Carolina. I believe they're playing Syracuse. So, I mean,
solid game.
But I believe they'll take care of business. At number 13, we have Washington State University. Shocker to me. I've never heard Washington State University football in a long time. But
they're usually pretty solid. They haven't been in the last few years, but they're usually.
You
get 8-9 wins.
Yeah, you would know. I would have no idea.
Every now and then.
Number 12, we have Alabama.
Okay.
They just have not been the normal Nick Saban Alabama powerhouse.
They have not.
Mainly because of their quarterback issues, but it is what it is.
Well, they got other issues too.
Yep.
They should not go unannounced.
Yeah, for sure.
Alabama has gotten wins without a great quarterback before. This is not the same at all.
Yeah. Understandable. Then number 11, we have Notre Dame. Tough loss to
at 11. Okay.
Tough loss to Ohio State. Very tough loss. But it is what it is. It happens. They did take care of Duke.
Great game.
Did not see that.
Also, another great game this weekend.
I definitely had Duke upsetting them, but okay. At number 10, we have Oklahoma. They've been playing pretty good.
Yeah, lights out.
I believe that Red River Showdown is going to be a very good game.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be insane.
It's going to be a very good game. So at number 10, I have Oklahoma. At number 9, USC. I was very disappointed in USC. They came out the gates strong against Colorado, 41-14, I believe.
It might have been. I don't remember.
It was something ridiculous like that.
Yeah, it was pretty.
And then, winning 48-41.
It's unacceptable.
Defense completely collapsed in the second half. Caleb Williams was nowhere to be found in the second half.
I'll definitely get into my thoughts about USC here in a little bit.
So definitely have them at 9. Number 8, I have Oregon. Oregon took care of business per usual.
Yeah.
So definitely number 8. And number 7, Ohio State.
Ooh.
Down to number 7. Yes.
Number 7. Wow.
Yes. I just think the teams I have above them are better than them.
Okay.
And have taken care of business. And Ohio State's definitely a good team. They definitely, I think, have a shot to make it into the college football playoff.
For sure.
But
they already got a great win under their belt.
Yeah. Against Notre Dame. In Notre Dame.
They got Michigan and Penn State still.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
At number 6, I have Washington. Michael Penix Jr. is unbelievable.
That's my guy.
He is insane. So he's definitely carrying that team. So I have them at number 6. Number 5, I have Penn State.
Okay, cool.
They was a little nervous against Northwestern in that first half.
Yeah, it started very slow.
Came out second half.
Yeah, they came out swinging second half.
Yes, like there was no tomorrow. At number 4, flip-flopped them in OSU. FSU, Florida State.
Wow.
Jordan Travis has been playing pretty good this year. I don't think he's a Heisman, but
Heisman contender, or you don't think he's going to win it?
I don't think he's going to win it.
Okay.
I definitely do not have him in my top 4 Heisman picks right now. Okay. But he's definitely top 7.
Okay.
At number 3, Michigan. J.D. McCarthy has been being the teams he's supposed to beat.
Mm-hmm.
Struggling against the teams that, who they played that one game? They struggled a little bit.
I don't remember. They haven't played anybody.
They haven't played them? Oh. Well.
No impressive wins for Michigan right now.
Oh, well.
They've handled business, but they haven't played anybody. Like,
that's why I have
worth a damn.
And number 2, I have Texas. Texas is a powerhouse school. He doesn't like Texas, obviously, because he's a huge TCU fan. But you can start to like Texas because they're going to the SEC next year. So
I'm not going to start liking Texas.
There's no reason.
That just doesn't happen.
Quinn Ewers is the real deal. Xavier Worthy is the real deal.
Yeah.
A.D.
Mitchell.
Jalen Ford. Is that his name? Jalen?
Yeah, I believe so.
It's either Jaden or Jalen. Jalen Ford is the real deal. Is the real deal. Anthony Hill is the real deal.
Yeah, they're solid. There's no doubt about it.
And they beat good teams. They beat Kansas. Handedly beat Kansas.
QB.
Oh, well, yeah, they didn't have their QB, but
they still would have won. Let's be real. But
and then who did they? I feel like they played somebody else that was really good.
Bama.
They beat Bama. Yes, Bama. In Bama
by 10.
So Quinn Ewers is definitely a top 4 in my Heisman candidate.
Okay.
South Lake legend.
Yeah.
But yeah. Texas number 2.
Who is your number 1 team?
And at number 1, obviously, UGA, Georgia Bulldogs. They'll forever be at number 1 until they lose.
That's fair.
They've won. They haven't lost in 3 seasons, 2 or 3 seasons.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute since Georgia lost.
We can't even remember the last time they lost.
Yeah.
If we can't remember the last time they lost,
I believe the last time they lost was in the championship.
I think it was the SEC championship, 2 years back.
They played
against Bama, and then they beat Bama
in the championship.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Georgia will forever be at number 1 until they lose.
2 straight championships.
It's unbelievable.
I had to watch my team. I don't even want to talk about it.
Anyways, I truly believe. I don't think they'll win the championship this year.
Okay.
Because they have not played anybody very.
Yeah, they did not look good against Auburn, and Auburn
if they
doesn't have a quarterback capable of a forward pass.
So I believe if they come out like they did against Auburn, they're going to lose to Kentucky.
Yeah.
But for now, they're at number 1, and that is my top.
Respectable. 25. Respectable. Let's get into my top 25. We're definitely feel like I'm going to anger some people here, but here's some teams I considered, but were left out of my top 25. I got 3 of them. Texas A&M. They've looked good other than the Miami game, but they haven't beat anybody good. And that loss was pretty bad. But you play in the SEC, you'll have a chance to get there eventually. Yeah. Louisville just haven't beaten anybody. They haven't played anybody. They haven't really impressed me, but they're 5-0 again. They keep winning, they'll be in the top 25. LSU is out of my top 25.
Understandable. They've lost 2 games.
Blown out by Florida State.
Yep.
We can give them a pass. Florida State looks good.
Very good.
But then, once again, you prove your defense can't stop a nosebleed against Ole Miss. A team who put 14 on Bama, mind you. In a game that Bama didn't even look good themselves. Your offense looks good. I will say that.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't look incredible. They look good. They look like a top 25 offense.
I don't like Gaynell. I don't like Gaynell.
No, not really. But
speaking of, he got popped.
Laid out. He does every single game, by the way. They need to
Does he know how to slide?
I don't know that he does.
I've never seen him slide, I don't think.
Anyway. LSU's left out. They're 3-2. I just couldn't find myself to put them in. So my 25, Fresno State.
Okay.
I mean, solid. Not really much to say about it. And Devontae Adams. Shout out.
Shout out.
24. I got Air Force. They're 5-0. The reason I have them. Listen. If the AP poll didn't have Fresno State, you'd be saying, too. That defense of Air Force. They look insane, that defense. Granted, they haven't played anybody, but they're 24.
Okay.
To me.
Okay.
They could, if they don't have an impressive game, I'll move them out.
All right.
That defense is solid. They just beat San Diego State 49-10.
Golly.
Number 23, Maryland. Undefeated. They've blown out just about everybody they played.
I believe they have a tough game coming up this week.
Ohio State, yeah.
Yeah.
I think in Ohio State too.
Mm-hmm.
If you lose, you're gonna be out. If you win, you're gonna skyrocket up. Cause
understandable.
Yeah, they look solid. They haven't played anybody. 22, Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
The big win is against K-State. That's what has them in the 25. I mean, not much to say other than that.
I mean, they're playing LSU this week, so
yeah,
it's gonna be a big game to determine
whoever wins. That's gonna be in the top 25 probably next week. 21, I got Tennessee. My uncle went there. They looked terrible against Florida, and people were saying Florida was a ranked team last week. Well, Kentucky showed you the business. Florida, man. Tennessee, I mean, they haven't looked great, but they were top 10 before the Florida game. So, I mean, they handled everybody else. Anyway, 20, Duke.
Mm-hmm.
They lost their quarterback. That's a big loss. But they showed Clemson the business week 1. And they gave Notre Dame all they could handle. They almost won that game if it wasn't for a 4th and 16 scramble from Sam Hartman. Duke would be close to that top 10. Maybe in it if they had won that game. I hope Riley Leonard's okay. He bad injury late. Hate to see it. But yeah, that loss caused him and the QB being out. Hopefully he's not out for too long. But Duke at 20. 19, Kentucky. Okay, Great win.
We flip-flopped it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Great win for Kentucky against Florida. Ray Davis, their running back, had like 200 yards. Ran all over Florida. They couldn't stop him for their life. It's one of those games that like you knew who was gonna win, but it was still such an entertaining game just because of the way Kentucky was beating them. So that's Kentucky at 19. 18, North Carolina. They haven't really beaten anybody, but they've looked good. The defense looks improved. Of course, they got what's his name? I can't think of it. Drake May. They got Drake May at QB. They haven't beaten anybody. 17, Miami. Sort of the same deal, but they did beat A&M, and they look good doing it. Gave that defense 48. They haven't played anybody else. They'll have a chance to move up. 16, Utah. That defense looks insane. But the offense doesn't look good. It's like sort of the opposite of like a USC team or those Lincoln Riley Oklahoma games or teams.
Just stacked offense, just trash defense.
Yeah, but the opposite.
Yeah.
They will get their QB back soon, hopefully, though. And that QB likes to win games. So Utah could move up. 15, Oregon State. I had to have Oregon State over Utah because they beat them last week, of course. And they looked good doing it. The ukulele. Shout out to Uncle Lou. DJ Uyunglele. He looks solid now. He actually looks like a QB. They got that team. They look good. Number 14, Ole Miss. Great win. What a game. What a game. And they have a win against Tulane, which is a pretty solid win. They beat LSU, of course.
Play Arkansas this week.
Should be a decent game. Nothing much to say. Jackson Dart looked great against LSU. Didn't look good against Bama, though. And that's who I have at my 13. Blew out Mississippi State. But they not really impressive wins other than Ole Miss. But it's hard to gauge Bama this year because it looked like they were about to lose to South Florida, and then they went around. I think it was the next week they beat Ole Miss by 10.
They're gonna have their hands full this week playing to A&M.
Yeah, I don't know where to put Bama at this point.
Nobody does.
12, I have Washington State above Bama. Cam Ward looks ridiculous. They beat Wisconsin earlier this year, and they have beat Oregon State. They look good in both those games.
Got to go to UCLA.
That's going to be a good game, underrated game.
Play Dante Moore.
Yeah, and that defense of UCLA is also very good. Number 11, Oklahoma. They haven't played anybody. That's why I have them at 11, but they've run the table. Offense, they got a top 5 offense and defense right now.
Wow.
That game against Texas is going to be great. Now, moving into my top 10. This, I feel like 1 through 9 interchangeably. If you had, 1 through 8. If you had my 8 at 1, you'd be correct. If you had my 7 at 1, you'd be correct. If you had my 6 at 1, you'd be correct. If you had my 5 at 1, you'd be correct. If you had my 4 at 1, you'd be correct. If you had my 3 at 1, you'd be correct. If you had my 2 at 1, you'd be correct. And if you had my 1 at 1, you'd be correct. This year in college football has been such a good year that we got 8 teams as of this week that if you said they were the number 1 team, I wouldn't argue it.
That is a hot take.
Yes, but as the weeks move along, that's going to shorten the list.
True.
And the way I have done my top 10 here is the teams that I think have the best wins are going to be higher because this is based off this season.
Yep.
In this season alone.
Understandable.
Except for Georgia. They have the exception. And that is why I have these teams where they are. So with that being said, number 10, Notre Dame. The only team in the top 10 with a loss.
Okay.
It was a pretty good loss. They lost to a good team, Ohio State. Now, 11 players you're supposed to have on defense. And 2 plays in a row. You send out 10.
It's kind of.
I don't know what you're doing there. You did get a win against Duke that kept you in the top 10 and kept Oklahoma from reaching the top 10. Number 9, USC. That defense is terrible.
It's hot garbage.
Man, it looked like, okay, this defense might be actually improved until the second half of that Colorado game.
Yeah.
I mean, you seen what Oregon did to Colorado. They couldn't move the ball at all.
Mm-mm.
USC, this might be another year you lose 2 games and miss out on the playoffs and the Pac-12. Caleb Williams, I'm your biggest hater. Just saying.
Understandable.
Not my Heisman. Number 8, Michigan. Now, I went back and forth on this, but again, I said your wins against who you beat. It's nothing against Michigan. They can't control who they play, really.
Yeah.
I mean, they can, but they can't. But you haven't played anybody. That's why you're at 8. If you get a big win, you'll probably skyrocket up. That's it. They look solid. Number 7, Washington.
Okay.
Michael Penix. Really, the difference between Washington and Michigan for me here, they both haven't played anybody. Washington was higher until they played Arizona this week. That offense didn't look as good. Michael Penix, 0 touchdowns. He had a whole lot of yards, but no touchdowns. The defense looked okay, but I don't know. The difference between Washington and Michigan, though, is Michael Penix to me. Looks like a Heisman guy. Looks great. That's about it. Now, number 6, Penn State. Again, this is a team that would be higher, but they struggled against Northwestern in the first half. They turned it on, but can't ignore it. They got 2 pretty nice wins against West Virginia and Iowa, beating them 31-0. This Penn State defense is legit.
Yeah.
And then number 5, I got Oregon.
Okay.
I mean, the only team that's gotten close was Texas Tech. That was in Lubbock. Texas Tech had their quarterback at that point. It's hard to play in Lubbock. They got a good win. They fought it out. And then they played Colorado at home and absolutely just
destroyed them.
Yeah, just went to work. And that to me, those are 2 impressive wins to me. That's why I got them at 5. Number 4, this is the exception, Georgia. I don't have them at 1, but they just haven't looked good this week or this year. They haven't played anybody impressive. They don't have any impressive wins.
That's insane.
They looked terrible against Auburn. Brock Bowers bailed you out.
Understandable.
But the 3 teams ahead of you, Georgia, I wouldn't be too worried because you play in the SEC. If you win out, you're going to be number 1. Probably. But the 3 teams ahead of you have better wins.
Yeah.
And that leads to number 3, Texas. You played Bama, you beat Bama in Bama. They're my 13 team. It's not much to say. You look good. Quinn Ewers looks real good.
Mm-hmm.
Defense looks real solid. I like that Sorrell dude. I forget his first name, but he's pretty good. Number 2, Ohio State.
It's insane.
That win against Notre Dame. That win alone, to me, is the best win in all of college football right now.
The Notre Dame game?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I got Notre Dame at 10. That's the highest rated team that has a loss. But the reason you're not number 1, you haven't looked impressive the other weeks. Okay. Number 1, Florida State. Up until maybe this last week, you had the most impressive win against LSU. Absolutely laying the lumber on them. But what keeps you at number 1, you also went into Death Valley and beat Clemson.
Yep.
Impressive win there. I think that's only... No, that's 2 losses for Clemson. Never mind.
Yeah, Clemson.
Florida State and Ohio State, I went back and forth on.
Mm-hmm.
But Ohio State just hasn't looked impressive in other weeks, other than the Notre Dame game, to me. Again, 1 through 8 could be interchangeable. Like, you're not wrong if you have other teams there. That's my top 25.
Okay. So we got co-host C's top 25.
The only top 25 that matters.
We got my top 25, the more realistic top 25. So
well, they're pretty similar.
Yeah, except for our top 5, top 6.
Yeah, but
I
mean, my reasoning makes sense, no?
Yeah, the reasoning does make sense, but I just can't take Georgia out the number 1 spot until they lose.
Okay, I mean that's fair.
But make sure y'all go down below and tell us whose list is better.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna make a lot of people mad about that.
Co-host Mr. J or co-host Mr. C. Y'all go down and let us know. Moving on.
Weekly picks.
Hiesman Watch. Hiesman Watch. Right now, at number 3, I did a top 3.
Top 3, okay.
Number 3, we have Bo Nix.
Okay.
He's thrown for 1,169 yards, 11 touchdowns, no picks. Just
solid
guy. Took care of Colorado, and I feel like he has a very clutch gene in him. I feel like when it's time to get going, he's going to get going.
They look good. Oregon looks good.
Facts. Number 2, I have Caleb Williams.
Okay.
Threw his first pick of the year against Colorado.
He did.
But he does have 1,200 yards, 15 touchdowns, 1 pick, and 3 rushing touchdowns. So 18 total touchdowns, 1,200 yards. Can't argue that. Caleb Williams, number 2. Number 1, Michael Penix Jr. 1,636 yards.
My guy.
Passing. 16 touchdowns, 2 picks, but a 74 completion percentage.
Insane.
That is insane. You're completing 74.6. So basically 75% of his passes.
And they don't run the ball that much.
No.
That's insane.
That's crazy to me. So
you're throwing the ball that much and you have 74 completion percentage.
Yeah. So that's definitely Michael Penix is my number 1.
I've been saying since before the season started.
Yeah, he's
Michael
been saying
Penix
Michael
is my Heisman. But my top 5. 5 Bo Nix, 4 Jordan Travis, 3 Cam Ward.
Cam Ward sneaks in there.
He does. Again, it just happened like wins. Who have you played?
Yep.
My top 2. Last week, if you would have asked me last week, it would have been Michael Penix at number 1. But 0 touchdowns this last week. Caleb Williams, he threw 6.
True.
And played a better team.
True. But so the defense is not that good.
No, but yeah, Arizona's not very good.
For sure.
Michael Penix is my 2 right now. Caleb Williams. I'm the Caleb Williams hater. Right now, he's my number 1.
I like it.
Not much to say. I mean, 2 great quarterbacks. It's gonna be fun to watch them the rest of the year.
100%.
But end of the year, I have a slight suspicion, Caleb Williams, you're not my Heisman.
I definitely think Michael Penix will pull it out. I definitely think Michael Penix Jr. will pull out.
My Heisman doesn't paint his nails. Just saying. My Heisman is a redhead from Iowa.
From what? Council Bluffs?
Yes.
Iowa?
Yes.
Yes, indeed. So, we just got done with the college football portion.
Picks. Weekly picks.
Oh, weekly picks. Right, you're right. The weekly picks. We're going to go through this pretty fast because we don't want this to take, for freaking ever.
Top 25 took too long.
So, yeah, we're definitely going to be cutting that down a little bit. The top 25s.
Yeah.
In future episodes. But we just got the ranked games down here. So, the bigger games.
Do you want me to go through mine? Like it's in order?
Yeah.
Okay. So, first pick, got OU Texas.
Texas is definitely pulling that one out. In Austin?
No. It's in.
Oh, it's in Oklahoma.
No, they don't. They play.
Neutral site. It's a neutral site.
Yeah, they play in the Cotton Bowl.
Which
I have. It's in Dallas. It's in the fair.
Huh?
Fair.
The
They play
fair?
at the fair.
What is the fair?
Have you ever been to the fair?
No.
The Texas State Fair. You never been?
No.
Okay, so
They have a football stadium over there?
yeah, it's called the Cotton Bowl. They play there every year. How you didn't know this?
Why do they not just use AT&T Stadium?
It's tradition. Oh man.
Unbelievable.
Anyway, let's get.
And that's
You got
nowhere near
Texas?
the Red River.
No, it's not.
Nowhere near the Red River. But all right. But yeah, I got Texas.
I got Oklahoma.
Insane.
Rivalry game. Upsets happen all the time in this rivalry game.
It's going to be packed.
It is going to be packed. I think they're AP both top 10.
No, they have Oklahoma at 12.
Oh, they do? Okay.
Yeah.
The reason I have Oklahoma is I just don't see another loss for Texas the rest of the year. And if it was going to happen, it would most likely be this game.
Okay.
That's my entire reasoning behind it. I know it's not great, but weird things happen in this rivalry game. Next game, LSU at Missouri.
Give me LSU.
Give me LSU too. I think they bounce back here.
Yeah, for sure.
I think this game is going to tell us how good really Missouri is.
Yeah, thanks.
Next game, Washington State, UCLA.
In UCLA, I'm still stick with Washington State.
UCLA, they don't have fans. They don't. The fans don't show up.
That's sad.
Give me Washington State. Cam Ward. That defense though, UCLA could give them some trouble.
Yeah.
Syracuse, North Carolina.
North Carolina, for sure.
Give me North Carolina. Syracuse, they look solid before the Clemson game. I can't pick against Drake May though.
Mm-mm.
UCF, Kansas.
Kansas, for sure.
Kansas as well. Hopefully Jalen Daniels plays.
Yeah. Hopefully he'll be back.
Yeah. If
He's
he
one of my
doesn't,
favorite
I
quarterbacks.
still have Kansas though.
Yeah.
Kentucky, Georgia.
Georgia.
Give me Georgia. I like Kentucky. I like what they got going on.
Mm-hmm.
But you just know, don't you, that Kirby Smart's gonna have his boys ready to play.
Yeah.
This might be the most impressive win Georgia has this season.
Oh, it will be. 100%. I think it will be.
I mean, it's gonna be the most impressive team they played, but I'm talking about in terms of just how they look.
Okay.
Arkansas, Ole Miss.
Give me Ole Miss.
Give me Ole Miss too. I don't think Arkansas is that good this year.
KJ Jefferson needs to switch his position.
Maryland, Ohio State.
Ohio State.
Give me Ohio State too.
It's just tough for Maryland because they're playing
Yeah.
so good, and then they gotta end up playing
In
number 4
Columbus.
Ohio State.
Yeah.
In Columbus. It's just unfortunate.
tough game. I like Maryland, but give me Ohio State. Rutgers, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Rutgers they've got some cooking there.
Yeah, they
But-
do. They do. I
but-
give them that. Defense is cooking.
But Wisconsin, I just think it's a little bit better. I think it'll be an underrated game though. Could be close. Give me Wisconsin. Bama, A&M.
Could be a tough game in Texas A&M.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we'll finally see Jalen Milroe have a pretty solid game. So I'm gonna go with Jalen Milroe in Alabama.
You listening, Bama man? You gotta go to College Station. To the 12th man. You've had trouble on the road past seasons. Give me the Aggies. Give
Bold
me
prediction.
the Aggies. I think they get it together this week. I mean, they've looked solid other than the Miami game. I think this is a perfect game, though, for them to get right and get some momentum going.
Yep.
Jimbo Fisher, this game, if you win and win impressively, is going to save your job.
Mm-hmm.
Wake Forest, Clemson.
Clemson.
Give me Clemson
In Death Valley?
in Death Valley.
Give me Clemson.
Give me Clemson. Colorado, Arizona State.
Colorado. For sure.
It's in Arizona State, but
That doesn't matter.
they're not a good team.
Mm-mm.
Notre Dame, Louisville.
Notre Dame. Again, another tough game for
Yeah.
Louisville. Just got onto the AP poll,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got to play number 10 Notre Dame. That's kind of tough.
Give me Notre Dame as well. I like Sam Hartman.
Facts. Good guy.
I just don't see Louisville winning it. I like their coach. They got some transfers coming in.
Mm-hmm.
But so does Notre Dame. Give me Notre Dame. Georgia Tech, Miami. This is our last pick.
Miami for sure.
Give me Miami. Georgia Tech sucks.
Miami.
That's it. Give me Miami.
All right, we done wrapped up the college football portion of the segment or of the podcast. So we're gonna take a little break, and we're gonna come back and talk about some other things for a little bit, and then we'll wrap it up. We will be back.
Right back. All right.
And we are back in action, talking about our last segment of the show, the NBA.
Damian Lillard, I love you. I love you. Damian Lillard to the Bucks.
To the Bucks.
Who saw that coming?
The Trailblazers clearly don't love Damian Lillard.
Who saw that coming? Anyway, who saw that coming? I didn't.
Not me.
I didn't at
I
all.
thought you were going to the Heat for sure.
The full trade package. Bucks get Damian Lillard. Blazers get Ayton. Something called. Let me not disrespect. Somebody called Tumani Kamara. Never seen him play. I don't know who he is.
Who?
Drew Holiday. 2029 first and 2 first swaps. And then the Suns get Grayson Allen, Keon Johnson, Nasir Little, and Yusuf Nurkic. Wow.
So I mean, Portland basically dumped their team. Nasir Little, Nurkic, and Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy.
I mean, man, this is gonna be fun.
Still not gonna beat.
But that's not all. Drew Holiday heading to the Celtics. I was at work yesterday.
Yeah.
And one of my coworkers comes up, "Hey, did you see the trade?" I'm like, "Yeah, Damian Lillard's going to the Bucks." He's like, "No, no, Drew Holiday is the Celtics." I'm like, "Shit." That's exactly what we didn't need to happen.
Nope.
If you're a Bucks fan, I'm a Giannis fan, not a Bucks fan. The full trade: Celtics get Holiday, Blazers get Malcolm Brogdon, Robert Williams, 2024 first from the Warriors, and a 2029 first. So, thoughts?
I definitely think Boston won the trade. They've gotten better. They gotten a defensive piece.
Yeah.
But Robert
Lillard
Williams
stopper
was their best glass defender.
Yes.
So I mean they lost that. Al Horford's not blocking crap.
He's got some solid defense. But he's old.
He's like 37, 38, however old he is.
I don't know. I think 36, 37.
But I definitely think Boston won the trade. I mean, that lineup is gonna look nasty.
They did lose some bench depth in Malcolm Brogdon too.
Thanks.
But
Pure shooter.
He's just a solid player overall.
But I think it is what it is. I think the Blazers got some good people in return.
Yeah, they got some pieces they can move, like
that first round pick,
Robert Williams. They got some picks. They can move Ayton if they want to.
Yeah.
For some more younger pieces.
Speaking of Ayton, how do you feel about him going to Portland?
I like it. I think it's a change of scenery that he needed. He obviously didn't want to be in Phoenix.
Clearly. The effort level was ridiculous.
Yeah, he just didn't look like he was worth a maybe even top 10 pick at times.
He went number 1 overall, didn't he?
Number 1 overall. Definitely not warranted being picked over Luka.
Or Trae Young.
Or Shea.
Shea is a dog.
Yeah.
Underrated.
But the real winners of this trade these trades are the Celtics and the Bucks. They are tied now for favorites to win the NBA Finals.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, as a Giannis fan, I'm gonna try to put that good aura out there that they're gonna win. But the Celtics, man, they look pretty scary too.
I don't like either of these teams. Go Warriors.
Clearly.
Go Warriors.
Anyway,
Steph Curry on top.
Listen, Damian Lillard, you got to worry about him shooting from damn near the logo.
Yeah.
All you got to do is a Damian Lillard, Giannis pick and roll. How do you stop that?
But I don't know because Damian Lillard's not really a facilitator.
He can.
He doesn't want to.
He's got Giannis. He's got to throw it up there.
No, but I'm
talking
talking about. He's not the type to make teammates better.
Giannis is.
Giannis is better. Like Giannis is Giannis.
Giannis can make his teammates better.
Giannis is the best player in basketball right now.
Yeah.
But you need Damian Lillard to come through and make his team better. Like look at Trae Young's of the world. Look at the I'm trying to think. Luka's of the world. LeBron's of the world. That's what y'all need. If y'all want to win a chip, that's what you need Damian Lillard to be. Y'all need Damian Lillard to be that.
I disagree.
I think you need Damian Lillard to be himself and what Drew Holiday did when it comes to
I disagree a little bit. Because he can pass the ball. He's not terrible at it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm not taking nothing away from his passing.
He gets the assist. But they're gonna be so worried about Damian Lillard shooting the three.
So they're going for
do you watch Blazers games where they're just sort of leaving the paint open?
Yeah, because I mean Damian Lillard's all they have.
You can't do that with Giannis there.
Yeah, absolutely not.
And you got Brooke there. There's a second option in the paint.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you can't overcrowd the paint because either Damian Lillard's gonna shoot it, or they got Chris Middleton.
Yeah.
Middleton's
on.
That's true. If he's healthy. But I mean, you couldn't find two players that complement each other more.
Than Dame and Chris Middleton?
Than Giannis.
Oh. I mean.
What Damian Lillard is bad at, Giannis is amazing at. What Giannis is bad at, Damian Lillard is amazing at.
Yeah.
I mean.
As long as he doesn't take, 15 seconds at the free throw line.
You're such a hater.
I hate you.
And they grabbed Campaign. They signed Campaign too. Backup point guard. So their bench gets deeper, which is a big W for them because their bench is looking weak. Man, that if they end up facing each other in the Eastern Conference Finals,
that's gonna be
popcorn. Get your popcorn out because that is going to be fun.
Ready, because that will be a series.
In the Suns, I'm going to talk about the Suns for my last thing. This trade makes them way deeper. Their main knock this offseason was their bench being thin.
Mm-hmm.
They go out and grab Grayson Allen and Yusuf Nurkic, who are definitely going to be in their rotation. They grab some young guys.
Starting. Nurkic for sure.
Nurkic, yeah, but they grab some young guys, Nasir Little and Keon Johnson.
Yeah,
who can get in the rotation because of their depth. But
as long as Kevin Durant stays healthy, I think they have a very solid shot.
Yeah, they get. I mean,
obviously, I don't want them to, but
no,
I don't think Durant deserves a ring. But
nah, not really.
Bradley Beal, I definitely think deserves to be back in the playoffs. He's held it down in Washington till they could get rid of him.
Straight score.
Yeah. Pure score.
Yeah, pure score.
I don't like Devin Booker at all, but it is what it is. But, I mean, that's all that's going on in basketball right now.
Yeah, I think everybody gets better with this trade, except for the Blazers, which they don't care about getting better right now.
Yeah.
They just want to get young guys. They want to get picks. They're rebuilding.
For sure. And real quickly, I know Colin knows nothing about MLB or baseball at all. But for my baseball fans out there, let me know in the comment section who you think is going to win the World Series and what you think about the playoff picture right now.
Go Rangers.
Obviously, go Braves. I mean, you already see it. Ronald Acuna Jr., best player in baseball right now as we speak. Rangers are finally back in the playoffs. The Orioles won over 100 games this year. Unbelievable. So, I mean, I think it'll be a very exciting postseason for baseball. But, that was just a little quick thing to sneak baseball in there.
I'll be watching some.
Yeah, for
when
sure.
I can.
I mean, Rangers play tomorrow in Tampa Bay at 2 o'clock our time.
Oh, it's already the playoffs?
Yeah.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, the season ended yesterday.
Oh, I'm going to watch it.
In the wild card.
What time is it?
They come on at 2.
I'll try to catch it.
It's a 3-game series. All 3 will be in Tampa Bay. So they'll play tomorrow,
Damn.
Wednesday, and Thursday if they don't get swept or they sweep Tampa Bay. So, yeah. So I mean, the Rangers won't get a home game until at least Game 3 of the.
I thought they
AL
won their
games.
division. Don't
No, the Astros won the division.
Oh, I thought they clinched it because they won.
No, they clinched the playoffs,
Oh, okay.
but they ain't clinched the. Yeah, I know it's a lot, but like I said, make sure y'all leave a comment down below who you think is gonna win the World Series and who you think they're gonna beat in the World Series. But
Yeah, like and subscribe.
like and subscribe.
If you're watching this on Spotify and we found out how to do it, follow us on our social.
Yeah, follow us on
C&J
social.
Podcast.
And make sure you watch the podcast. Listen to it on Spotify and then go watch it.
And then go
YouTube.
watch it
You
again.
feel me? But yeah, follow us on Instagram. Follow
Hey,
us on
send this to your
TikTok.
grandmother
Not for real.
that she stays at the house all day.
Facts.
She's trying to find something to watch on her TV.
Facts.
Send it to your grandma. Send it to your mother. Send
Share
it to your
everybody you know.
Send it to your significant other. Send it to everybody you know.
Everybody you know.
Everybody know. And share it. Post it on your socials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll be back for episode number 2
Next week.
So y'all stay tuned. Appreciate you watching the first pilot podcast.
I know it was a little bit long. It was a little bit. We're figuring it out.
Yeah, we're figuring.
We'll
it
be better. We'll be shorter next episode.
Thanks. I'm co-host Jake.
I'm co-host C.
Yes, sir. This was a C&J podcast. We outta here.